We've all seen the men's health commercials for certain prescription medicines, couples lounging playfully or running on the beach, but there's another scene that you don't see. It's when the patient actually speaks to his doctor. Well, here to help men address sensitive topics and treatment options is Dr. Ryan Terlecki, and an associate professor of urology, and his patient, Steve Cline. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Such a pleasure to have you on, and like I said, we really are talking about a sensitive topic. And doctor, there was a survey recently that sort of uncovered people's feelings about talking about these things.
Absolutely. There was a recent Harris poll, and you're very correct that these are sensitive issues, but it appears that men are becoming more comfortable about discussing them with their doctors. And they seem to be well aware about the medications that are often advertised, but what they're not aware of is that there are options even when those medications fail, which they do in up to 50% of men. I think some of the questions they need to be asking their doctors is what else could be at play here, whether it's their lifestyle, some of their diet, or could this be a sign of something else? Occasionally, changes in sexual function may be a warning sign of high blood pressure, diabetes, or even heart disease.
Well, certainly, and Steve, you're one of those folks that's affected by this. How were you diagnosed by your doctor?
Well, I was diagnosed in my early 60s with an ED problem. However, I did not have any of the underlying conditions that Dr. Terlecki alluded to on there. I was just diagnosed with ED on there. It's an embarrassing situation for a man to try to admit that he has a problem on there. It allows a lack of communication between him and his wife or partner. It works on his self-esteem. It eludes his self-confidence. It really affects both men and women in a relationship.
Certainly, and it has far-reaching effects, and that's why having somebody like a doctor to be able to talk to about this and confide in is really so important. So what was it like for you to open up to your doctor?
Well, it was embarrassing on my regular physician to talk to him on there, but I found Dr. Terlecki to be very able to communicate to. He is very easy to talk to, and that alluded to the fact that it reduced my embarrassment in talking about my ED problem.
Well, we're all human, and the more we can normalize these types of things, the better, because everyone deals with their own issues. Now, doctor, what are the treatment options that are available for people?
Treatment options include the medications, as mentioned before, but when those medications fail, there are options such as injections, something known as a vacuum device, and then a completely internal option known as the implant, which is fantastic in the sense that it looks and feels natural, maintains sensation, and has helped over 500,000 men, and certainly Steve can speak to his experience a little more.
Certainly. Steve, tell us about your treatment path and why you chose it.
Well, I had tried several different oral medications, and I did not like the side effects that they were providing on there. Also, over a period of a couple of years, they became ineffective. In 2009, I attended a patient seminar led by Dr. Terlecki, and I found out about the positive results of the implant procedure. Once I heard about that, I immediately wanted the procedure done. I had tried some other options that was ineffective. This was the one that I thought was best for me. It actually improved my life on there completely, and it enhanced my marriage with my wife also on there. It's something that boosted my self-confidence, my self-ego, my self-esteem. It's one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life.
Well, we're all very happy to hear that, and looking at those pictures, that is one happy couple, so congratulations on your treatment. And doctor, if people want to learn a little bit more information, where can they go?
Certainly. Well, they can meet with their local urologist, but I would encourage them to, if they're going to go to the internet, to check out edcure.org. That's edcure.org, which is a resource developed and maintained by Boston Scientific, with whom we've partnered today.
Well, thank you very much for helping us tackle this very hard topic, and thank you guys for joining us.
You're so welcome. Thank you.
All right. Stay right where you are. We'll be right back.